So first thing we're trying to do here is, this is a tub that I'm going to eventually put baking soda in the water. And I'm just, I've got this is the fuel tank for the engine. I've got it kind of started to, trying to figure out how this is going to work because I'm going to have acid in here. So I'm thinking about half full is about what I want it to be. About there. And then we could potentially do some of this shaking with the acid in there. And then I'll probably try to do it. I've got another jug here. I might, I think I'm going to do a 50-50 acid and water mixture. Do as you oughta, always add acid to water. If I remember my, at least that's how it was when I went to school. Drain this back out into the jug and then dunk it in the tank that has the baking soda and water. And that should hopefully fix the acid thing, so we'll see. So what I've got right here, this is the jug I plan on using. I had the amount of water in there that I planned on using. So I'll draw a line and then I'll fill it half up with the water and then half up with the acid, so I'll have a 50-50 mix. And then I can go ahead and put it into the tank using the funnel. And I also have a handful of some 1/4-inch nuts that I was going to throw in, that I'm pretty sure I'm going to throw in there. They're hard to get out, but I'll put them in there. That should help us out here. So we got the muriatic acid. It says it's 31% hydrochloric acid, 20% baumi. I don't know what that is. But, so I'll mix that in. So I'll have roughly 15.5% hydrochloric acid. And then, like I said, I'll put it into the tank and I'll throw a handful of nuts in there and we'll be in pretty good shape. Swashing back and forth. Don't worry, that was just a sledgehammer. No big deal. And the internet apparently has decided to not work right now, so I can't do the fancy math of how much baking soda will neutralize 15% hydrochloric acid. So I'm just going to throw a whole bunch in there and hopefully it stops foaming. If not, I'll throw some more in there. So these nuts I'll just throw in here and then I can kind of agitate everything. Knock some more of the loose rust off in there. So I'm going to put some muriatic acid together here first. So the tank now is ready for this super awesome project. Let this one fall in the water. And get my baking soda ready. And we got our Arm & Hammer baking soda. So I've got probably maybe 3 gallons in there, 4 gallons of water, something like that. Let's see here, let's go like a handful or so maybe. Should probably take this funnel out of here. So I'm going to use that to put the acid in. So let me just, oh hell, it still looks good. Some good stuff there. Maybe another handful. What do you guys think? More or less? I'm not sure. 3 handfuls sounds like the right amount, doesn't it? I got more here, so if we have to, for some reason, dump some more in there, we can do that. Hopefully we don't end up in a crisis mode. Let's get this to a point where you guys can see it here, maybe. This side of the garbage can. You guys see that? Yeah, a little bit. So I've got the water up to the halfway point. And this is really nice and tippy here. A little more solid. You guys see that? All right. So now I can get my muriatic acid out. Use my funnel here. Hopefully you guys can't see the funnel, but just believe me, there's a funnel on top. Now we're going to put this in until we get up to the line. So do as you oughta, always add acid to water. Hopefully I remember that correctly. Okay, this is going to get really hot and then probably melt through the... It's already kind of smoking. I don't really like how that's smoking. Alright, so we got that in there. We got the nuts in our container here. So it should just be water that was in this container. You guys can't see that either. Let's move this something like this. I'll do it over top this big... So the nuts are in there, and there's a bunch of rust in there. And I think this tank is the original 1925. Let me get it so you guys can see what's going on here. Sorry. 1925 fuel tank, so hopefully I don't wreck it in the process here. Okay, so that's the 50-50 muriatic acid and water. Let's just see if this funnel starts doing some fuzzing. Yeah, a little bit. All right, wish me luck here. I can hear it fizzling in there. So I'm gonna put a finger over this, the rubber glove, finger over this, finger over this. Oh yeah, we're gonna. There's some like reactions going on in there. Good thing I got this on video here, so the doctor knows what happened. I don't know why it's fizzing so much. Should be. Ooh, that stuff splashing. Oh, you gotta be careful here. All right, let me get rid of this funnel. I think I'm gonna dump some of this back into the jug here because this doesn't seem to be working the way I expected it to. Ooh, yeah, that's a lot of fuzz there. A lot of fuzzing. Maybe we'll drain some of this out and then try sloshing it around. Good news, and we have some bad news. Good news is I think I've got a lot of the gunk out of this tank. Bad news is I was using the actual camera instead of my phone. So this is the muriatic acid. I had it this much water and then this much acid. So I must have spilled a little bit somewhere. I'm not sure how much of that. Anyway, that's a lot of gunk in there from the tank. So I might put some more of that back in and just slosh it around some more. Again, that's acid, so you gotta be careful with that. This is a base solution. So I'm gonna just kind of slosh this around. Everything should be out of here right now. So I'm just gonna move, there's a bunch of nuts in here. I don't know if you guys will be able to see any of it, but we'll see. There's still a little bit of rust in there. A few spots in there. That way it was all turning gray. It's kind of worrying me that we might be taking off. You guys see anything? Yeah. A little bit in there. Anyway, it's looking better than what it was. So I'm going to put a little bit of acid back in there and try this again. Again, this is a basic solution in this tub, so if stuff gets crazy, then just dump it out. There's probably enough in there right now. So I've been plugging the vent on top, the inlet and the outlet. I'm going to run one more batch of just plain water through this. We'll plug up our holes here again and rinse. And I'm going to take it back outside, gravel driveway, mostly limestone. Let me move this tank out a little bit. So I've got it rinsed out with clear water. Yeah, you guys should be able to see that now. One of these nuts fell out already. I was shaking it outside, so hopefully this doesn't wreck anything. We'll see here in a second. So this is a basic solution. Baking soda and water. Seems to be alright. So we'll just get that finished up, rinse it out again. Right now I've rinsed this out a few times and I've got it up on the dryer here just to getting all the water evaporated out of there. All right, so a few things about this fuel tank before I put it back in here. This is the fuel inlet. And it looks like when you get it all in there, this part of it right here is about the same height as this. So if you're trying to fill this thing up and you see gas up to this part of it, get down to the right perspective here for you. About, the bottom of this here, it's pretty much going to be spilling out the inside, dumping onto the floor. So I think they would have had this a little lower or something. I don't know. I also think I'm going to have a bear of a time getting this back together because I think this, let me get this set up here properly. This goes about right here. And I think I took that off when the rest of the stuff was missing. So I may have to pull everything back off, including the flywheels. So I don't have them tightened all the way down yet, which is good. If you look up on the inside, so I'm going to show everyone the wire system. Between those wires and this piece of metal here, that's what holds the tank in there. So pretty ingenious, simple.